So today I am talking to all of my actors. I know I have been neglecting us a little bit, but that's all right because God is still good. But today I'm talking about the mental health connection between us as actors, the industry, our careers, and everything dealing with it. Okay, let's get into it.
So catch me if I fall.
What's up, y'all? It is me, the one and only Heather G. Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know who I am again Heather G. I'm a child of God. I'm an actor. I'm a playwright. I'm a content creator. I am someone who just loves coming on here and inspiring and motivating you. And then, just also like if you're in the process of making a change in your life, or if you're an actor, or if you're a child of God, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and make sure you tap that bell to be notified any and every moment that I post a new video. So today I am low-key like in an amazing mood. I'm a little congested. Like I got to my mom's. As you see, my background is different. And yes, that's my J-Lo poster. Haha, shout out to all my J-Lovers out there. But I had to come on here and really just not neglect my people, my crew, my community. I'm talking about us actors. Now, of course, like last week's video was more so just dedicated to any and everyone who walks the same walk as I walk. Yeah, that was a lot of walks in one sentence. But of course, last week's video definitely focused in on how to forgive yourself. And that goes for any and everyone. And I promised that this week's video was going to be focused in on my crew, my community, my actors. So what up, actors? I don't care if you are brand new. I don't care if you're a veteran. I don't care if you have booked every single thing in the entire world and you can call Denzel Washington on speed dial. I don't care. This video applies to you because of the fact that it's so important, because today I am talking about the biggest, most important thing ever that us actors really need to be talking about, and that is our mental health. So without further ado, let's not waste any time. Let's get into the tips, my recommendations on how to better control your mental health and or check in with yourself in the midst of everything happening with the acting industry. Tip number one, which is personally, again, as I say in all of my videos, personally my favorite, number one is check in with yourself. Checking in with yourself does not have to be this whole extravagant type of thing. Checking in with yourself literally just means setting a 10-minute timer on your phone, being by yourself if you can. Well, not if you can, you should. You don't need other influences around. Being by yourself, either writing down, talking to yourself, and or doing a voice memo. I am so team voice memo, FYI. And checking in with yourself. Checking in with yourself by simply just asking the question, how am I feeling about my career right now? If I'm not happy about it, what am I not happy about that I am in control of? Brings me to the next question. What am I in control of? I am in control of communicating with my team if you have agents and managers. I am in control of staying in class. I am in control of staying in my creative space. I am in control of my auditioning if I'm getting auditions during this time. I am in control of how I spend my day in between all the things. It is so important for you to know that connecting with yourself, checking in with yourself is truly the healthiest form, the healthiest piece of the foundation of your mental health when it comes to acting. Yes, that was a whole long sentence. I don't care. Come for me. I do not care, but it's the truth. What are you in control of? What are you not in control of? You're not in control of the industry. I hate to tell you right now, you are not, okay? You are not in control of what you will book and what you won't book, but you are in control of how you audition. You are in control of that discipline and the strength that comes with that audition. You are in control of checking in with the people in your community. You are in control of saying yes and no to things that don't serve you. You are in control of how much time you give to your distractions. Yes, I've done a video on this a couple of weeks ago. Get to it. There is so much you still are in control of when it comes to this industry. And so many of us do not realize that when we are disconnected from ourselves, when we are disconnected from our mental state, when we are disconnected from our mental health, it is because we are focusing on the things we are not in control of with the industry. I will say that again. A lot of times when we are out of whack, when we're not centered, and I love that my therapist always says that to me, Heather, how do you recenter yourself? Are always because I'm focusing on the things I am not in control of. Which brings me to tip number 2. If you want to keep your mental health in check, you cannot go through this alone. You cannot. It is just not possible. I hate to tell you. And if I am the first person to tell you, here I am, boom, bam. First, as always, you cannot go through this alone. You can't keep whatever you're experiencing, whatever you're feeling to yourself. You have to talk to someone, whether that is someone within your acting community, whether that is an acting coach, whether you show up to class like 15 minutes early with your acting coach and just say, yo, bro, I am not good. I'm not liking where I'm at. I'm not liking any of this. Whether it's a trusted family member or friend, whether it is your therapist, yo, shout out to my therapist. I love her. I can't go through this alone. I can't keep all this to myself. I can't keep all this bottled up about a bad audition or the audition that I thought I would definitely get, or the casting director who I thought would love my scene in a workshop and come to find out he tore it to shit. Like I can't go through this alone. So you have to have someone to talk to. You have to actually have people in your corner that you can talk to. I challenge you, in the midst of asking your questions, with you recentering yourself, I challenge you to actually write down a few people within your acting community that you feel comfortable talking to, a few people that you would love to talk to, and a few people who you have neglected to talk to. Let me say that again. I want you to write down the people that you actively talk to within your acting community, people you would love to talk to. These can be anyone that you haven't truly connected with. This could be anyone that you just envisioned having a relationship with professionally. And then the last one, I want you to write down the people you've neglected to talk to. It is so important that when you are experiencing the mental challenges that come with this career, that you have your people, that you have your community, you have people that you can call right now that will be eager and excited to hear your voice. And if you don't, honey boo boo, you need to go ahead and change that. Change it right now. Pause this video, write down the people if you have to, then press play again. I'll still be here. This is me staring at you while you pausing. And now it's time for my last and final tip. So tip number 3 is you have to connect with your form of source energy. Now, the reason why I say source energy is because I know that my channel is meant for my children of God, but I also know that there are so many other beliefs that people do follow, that actors do follow. Whether it's God, whether it's the universe, whether it's the cosmos, I don't care. You need to connect with your source energy. So for me, when I am in the middle of a mental battle, when I'm battling myself up here, and then I'm battling here, and then I'm battling physically, when all 3 entities are fighting each other, that is when I know I'm not talking to God. That is when I know that I am not talking and communicating with him and praying to him and actually being still. Okay, the Bible tells us, be still. I am not being still. I am not talking to him. I'm not praying to him. I am not opening my Bible and reading. I'm not reminding myself of Philippians chapter 4, verse 6, which says, be anxious for nothing, but with prayer and thanksgiving, present your request to God. I know that I am not focusing on Jeremiah chapter 29, verse 11, which tells me that God has plans to prosper me and to never forsake me. I know for a fact that when my mental health is not at its best when it comes to my acting career, that I am not keeping in communication with God. And I am also not hearing him because I'm too busy listening and hearing to myself, like hearing to myself just going chop, 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 chop in my own head. And so that's why my final tip to you is you have to connect with your form of source energy, whatever that is, whoever that is, okay? You have to, if you have to write letters to God, just giving what you're experiencing, do it. If you have to get outside and talk to the universe, do it. If you are the big believer of law of attraction, do it. If you have to restart your whole manifestation plan, do it. Whatever is connected to you spiritually, or whatever you are connected to spiritually, you need to dig in just a little bit deeper. When was the last time that you actually talked to your spiritual guidance? When was the last time you talked to God? When was the last time that you actually closed out your ears to yourself and listened to what the world, not the world, but listen to what your entity is telling you? And if there's one thing, one word that I truly continue to see over the past couple of weeks when I was going through my mental battle from getting that audition, turning it in, to not hearing anything and being so confident that I would get it because it was for me, like literally for me. The character description, the character ages that I would be swinging, the fact that it was Broadway, the fact that I've auditioned for this casting office more than once. From that time to the time, that mental battle, I know for a fact that I was not truly checking in with God. I was not talking to him. I was not actually just praying to pray. I was not praying until something happens, aka push. I love that analogy, FYI. But I was not talking to him. And so that is why my final tip is by far the most personal one, because of the fact that you do have to get personal with whoever your spiritual entity is. And again, this is a channel talking to all of my children of God. So God's my A1 day one. It is so important to not only check in with yourself, right? Tip number one, checking in with yourself, having that honest conversation with yourself about what you're experiencing, but also talking to the people within your community, really digging into the people you want to connect with and the people you have neglected, okay, within your community. And on top of that, talking with God or whoever your spiritual entity is. I feel that those three things, and it's not going to be a one and done type of thing. This is something you will have to choose often, because this career puts you through the ringers. It puts you through a mental battle frequently. Like frequently. I know this will not be the last time that I experience a great audition that was for me and didn't get for whatever reason. I don't care. And I'm going through the mental battle of it. And it won't be the first nor the last for you, no matter where you are in your career. And so I had to dedicate this video this week to really talking to us actors about our mental health and the three things that you can do to keep it in check. And I guarantee you, if you take these three things seriously, if you truly value it and you make it a priority within your day, not only will you begin to build the spiritual armor, but you can build the professional armor that is truly needed to last in this game. Hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. Send this to your other actor friends, or even send this to anyone who's not an actor, but that can really connect with really the mental battles that come with life in general. And guys, I will see you next time. Peace.
So catch me if I fall.